Okay, brief synopsis of the day. You can see a train just went by this morning. Sun's just coming up. I'm leaving Brunswick. This is my final day of the tour. I have some thoughts on that. It's a little bit sad, but I'll get into that a bit as I'm riding. All right, so this is what the trail looks like on day 4. I was out really early. I want to say around 7 a.m., maybe a little before. I watched the sunrise come up on the Potomac. It's just been too cold to take the camera out and film. I had to keep my hands warm, my face warm, and I just really didn't want to reach for the camera. So unfortunately, you'll have to get out here for yourself to see that, but really beautiful scene to see the sun coming up on the river. Trail, unremarkable so far. Good, but unremarkable. I didn't think I'd be doing any filming because it was so cold, but I'm almost 20 miles in. You can see the sun's out and I'm feeling better. The swamp looks really unique here. What is this red stuff on top? I don't know. Not even gonna take a guess at that one. Trail has been great this morning, super quiet. I think I've seen one cyclist and I'm almost at 20 miles. I've seen some hikers. I saw one birder. So it's very quiet, very nice, serene out here today. I think that's because I started so early. I was on the bike around 7. I think the sun was maybe not even up yet. There's been nothing necessarily breathtaking today, but it's been consistently beautiful forests like this. And you can see the sun just coming through the trees like that. These vertical beams through the trees, really pretty. Smooth trail, good conditions, really nice lighting, and it's actually warming up. Just overall, just pleasant riding. Nothing at all wrong with this except these black walnuts. But yeah, really nice. Nice way to end the tour. I just can't get over the light this morning. This is cool. Got, I guess that's a swamp on the left. Trail. And then the Potomac. Look how big it's getting. I'll film a little of this to see if the water on each side shows up. Yeah, I think it is. Just barely. So you're almost on an island here. It's really neat. Or an isle, I guess you would call it. Ooh, looks like a bump. Alright, so this is definitely changing. Off to my right, there's all these rocks in the Potomac. This canal on the left is deeper. Kind of on an isle in between two sections of water. It's actually super cool. I'm freaking out a bit. This is some magical bike riding through this section. Wow. This is the best day of the tour, just due to this really cool section. If I lived in this area, I would ride this section of trail every day. It is that good. Even though the towpath, the C&O had a few sections that were samey and boring to me. I know there was an 8-mile stretch, and I want to say a 15-mile stretch that I didn't like. I mean, the trail is almost 200 miles long, and the rest of it's amazing. It culminates with this awesome section here. back on the aisle, I got the river to my right again, canal to my left. It's really cool being on an aisle in between two pieces of water. There's something really visceral about being in that position. Reminds me of Alaska. Me and my brother went there about 20 years ago. We were on an aisle like this, and each side was like a sheer cliff. We were on this little piece of land. It was terrifying yet exhilarating. This is just exhilarating. I'm just gonna shoot this section from this perspective, just because really as a one-man crew I only have two perspectives I can do. And I'm kind of curious what it looks like. Oh yeah, you can see the water on each side. Yeah, that's cool. This is just so good. You have to get out here. You have to. Even if you just ride this Great Fall section, get out and ride this part of the towpath. I think you'll be blown away. All right, I'm gonna share my final thoughts on this tour. You know, I did this tour for myself. I'm turning 50 in April. It's October, so 6 months I'll be 50. I wanted to ride this fall as a gift to myself. I felt like I needed it. I felt like I needed to be on a long tour alone. I had a rough year. I ended a 15-year relationship with my partner. She was my touring partner for the other 4 tours I went on. I wanted to prove to myself I could do it alone. That was part of it. I also wanted the meditative state of being out here and thinking about things, just kind of reflecting on everything. And I felt like 350 miles was enough distance to do that, and I feel like I did that. I got that done. I feel much more at peace about things. It's a rough year all around. Me and my parents had some issues. Their energy, it's kind of negative, and I finally had the guts to tell them that. They didn't take it too well. You know, I didn't say it quite like that, but I just said like our energy wasn't matching, and I was looking for more out of our family and kind of expected more, and they just didn't take it very well. And it was a year of change. Yeah, it's like life 3.0 for me. Like ages 0 through 25 was one stage. Check out the lock behind me. Lost my train of thought. Ages 0 through 25 was chapter 1. 25 through 48, when I ended with my partner, that relationship was pretty much chapter 2. It was like my domesticated marriage kind of stage. And now I feel like I'm in chapter 3, where I've taken what I learned from all those stages, the wisdom of chapter 1 and chapter 2. I'm sorry for all the sniffling. It's still cold out, and I got a big schnoz, so yeah, you do the math. But anyway, I feel like I can take all that wisdom from those chapters of life and finally convert it into something that I actually want. I don't know. Stage 3 could be the best or it could be the worst. It really depends. Like, I gave up quite a bit of stability. I gave up love, you know, someone who loved me, and I felt like I had to do those things. I felt like if I was being honest with myself, those were the things to do, and I did them. And now it's stage 3, and it's, I don't know. I've met a ton of wonderful friends back in Colorado where I live, so that part's been great. So I feel like stage 3 has been going well. And I think it's because without all that chaotic negative energy around between, sorry, it's bumpy here, between my family, my ex. So eliminating that chaotic energy, it made my energy better, and it made friends, people more attracted to me, and that whole network has grown. So stage 3 has been good so far, but I just don't know. This whole process started less than a year ago. It was last November and we're in October, so it's a process. I don't know. I'm hoping to meet my equal energy. I don't know if I ever will, but something I learned is that I'm not gonna settle, you know? I think I settled a little bit with my ex, if I'm being honest. Like, she's a beautiful woman. I didn't settle in that regard, but I feel like I settled in terms of our energy and just understanding of, how do I put it, like fundamental core type perspectives. I don't know how much detail I want to get into on that, but just you could imagine like big picture concepts in a relationship, and most of them were aligned, but some important ones were off. When I ended the relationship, she was so chaotic that it just confirmed to me that what I was feeling all along was not right. It was a chaotic year in that regard. This tour has been meditative. Something I did not expect about the tour was that when I woke up today, I actually felt sad that this tour was going to end. I didn't really expect that. I haven't felt homesick at all. I haven't felt anything like that. I haven't really even thought of home too much, other than when I sent friends back home pictures at night. But when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know, this is the final day. This is the end of the tour. And yeah, there was like a sadness that came over me that it's ending. I didn't expect that. I'm a little sad today that these are the final miles out here, but I guess it means I just have to book another tour. It also means to me that, you know, everything is fleeting. This tour 7 days ago, you know, I was right at the start of it. It seemed like a journey that would never end. You know, those first few miles, I have so long to go, and here I am at the end. And yeah, it just makes you think. And I would just suggest to people, get out there and ride the rides you want to do, because it all goes very fast. If you want to do this trail, get out here and do it. Don't put black walnut. Don't put it off till next year. There's this tendency where we all have it where, oh, I'll watch a YouTube video, I see what the gap's all about. You really don't till you're out here. If you're interested in doing the gap, the C&O, get out here and do it. Don't watch it. Don't watch someone else do it. Get out here and do it. I'm approaching 50. I got under 6 months left. Life is very fleeting. I remember my 40th birthday like it was yesterday, and now I'm at my 50th. Everything is temporary. Everything is intermittent. All relationships end. All tours end. Everything ends, and it ends faster than you think is what I'm getting at. So get out here when you have the time. Try to make the time if you really want to do it. You know, savor the moments out here. Like I was saying in a different video, I think it was day 2, that I was really breathing in the air, trying to remember the smells, trying to remember the intangibles that you can't really remember through a video. The scent in the air, the way the light looks through the trees, the temperature on your skin, things that you really can't relive. I was trying to be very present in the moment, not thinking about the past or the future. And a lot of us get caught in the past and the future, and we ignore the present, which probably has the most value. I feel like what wisdom has taught me through 50 years is that the more present you are, the more happy you are. If you do this tour, which I highly suggest you do, don't just watch me ride it on YouTube. You know, this is a good guide for you to see what it's all about, but I'm telling you, until you're out here, it's very different. I've watched some clips of this trail, and it's very different than being out here. If you get out here, take your time. I actually wish I booked the 10-day tour instead of the 6 night, 5 days, because then I could have went to some of the battlefields and done some more stuff, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. That's the only regret I have, is that I wish I did fewer miles per day and allowed myself some time to do detours. Other than that, 10 out of 10 tour really gave me everything I was looking for. I don't know, if I count Vermont, it's like 7 or 8 days. So 8 days on the bike, a man could do a lot of thinking. A man could plan his moves. A man can get his mind right from a rough year. And all that stuff happened on this tour, and you know, it's been nothing short of wonderful. Yeah, I just want to say I'm thankful for it and the people I met out here and what the universe gave me out here. It's beautiful. Got blessed with good weather, unusually warm weather for this time of year. That's really all I have to say about it. Next tour I think I'm going to do is Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. I thought about this while riding. You know, I'm making a bucket list in my head. Like I said, I'm turning 50. Anything can happen at any time to someone, but of course as you get older, the odds go up. So at 50, I think my bucket list, the next one is the Coeur d'Alene Trail. Maybe something in Oregon. I'm kicking both of those ideas around. We'll see. Big picture, life is short. Long odds that we're even here. Get out and do the things you want to do. Make a bucket list. Don't assume you'll always be able to do these things. Do them while you can do them. Those are my thoughts on this tour. That's what I learned on this tour, and I also learned black walnut seeds, they will fuck you up. All right, let's end on a positive note like that with some humor, and just get out here and ride the stuff you want to ride.